You may have had a few bumps in the road and might believe that success isn't for you after all. But the truth is that intelligence is one factor that can gain you success. And yes, how you decide to use your intelligence is something that matters too. The majority of these intelligent people are employees with ordinary lives. At the same time, many extremely successful people are actually not as intelligent. If these people aren't exceptionally brilliant, how do they become so successful? So, here are some reasons you should know why successful people are not actually as smart as you may think. Hello guys, and welcome to Luxury Society. You can be smart once and you can make it. People enjoy damaging themselves by creating harmful narratives about what it means to be smart. You'll frequently hear words like, "Oh, I was never smart enough to do that," or "I was never smart enough to invest in it." That's because they beat themselves up in retrospect for missing opportunities they were meant to be aware of. This is also what drives people to make incredibly dumb judgments in order to compensate for missed opportunities. As a result, people begin investing with exorbitant leverage and end up ruining their life. But it's better to start later than never, right? It's important to remember that past performance does not guarantee future outcomes. It's not smart to judge your intelligence based on what you did or didn't do in the past. For instance, there are people who made a lot of money by investing in Twitter when it was still at its infant stage of growth. People have also made money by skipping Twitter in favor of investing in something else at a later date. You see, one of the things you get wrong about successful people is that you always assume they're smart in every field. They always make the correct decisions. They always know what to do, say, and with whom to speak. But the reality is no one has it all figured out, no matter how intelligent they are or may seem. However, you only have to be smart once. It's only necessary to get it right the first time or even after a few failed attempts. And yes, luck has a huge role to play in this too. It's not that successful people always get it right. It's just that their excellent decisions outnumber their bad ones. They grow incredibly smart at one thing, and that takes care of all the other things they're dumb at. So we've shown that successful people aren't necessarily smart in general, they're just really outstanding at one thing. But how to be smart enough? The second thing may misunderstand is how people become smart. Being smart in technical terms refers to your capacity to acquire and use knowledge. There are two halves to this, as you can see. 1. Learn new things, and 2. Put what you've learned to good use. The second half is usually skipped by the majority of people. How many times have you encountered walking Wikipedias who claim to be really smart but haven't done anything with the knowledge that they have? The second portion, applying what you've learned, is the most important. Consider the following scenario. There are two methods for learning to ride a bicycle. 1. You observe and practice riding a bicycle. 2. You can simply go on your bike, put on your helmet, and pray for the best. You should be fine as long as your first trip isn't up a flight of stairs. Doing things effectively a second time is what makes you smart. Your first smart call can set you up for the rest of your life, whether that be a day or a lifetime. But doing it effectively a second time earns you the right to call yourself smart, and that second time can be with a different firm, an investment, a new product, or another wise decision. There's one more thing that people don't seem to grasp: how one's intelligence is confirmed. Take a look at it this way. Is Bill Gates' decision to found Microsoft smart? Yes, it's a massive corporation that has made him a billionaire. However, when he first launched the company, the only reason it made money was to pay off its staff. Gates had no idea Microsoft grew to be so large. You see, the proof that you're smart comes from the future of your decision. You place an educated bet with the goal of contributing value to the game while allowing it to play out naturally. This is both extremely valuable and extremely difficult to comprehend. The game will play itself out if you accomplish the right things in the appropriate order. Even yet, being smart at one thing but doing it alone isn't enough to assure success. Good networking can make huge difference. Networking is woefully undervalued and frequently misunderstood. What does having a strong social network mean to you? Isn't the answer most likely to know a wide range of people from many industries? However, the quality of the people you know defines a good network and not the number of people you know. Do you know how many people you'll need to know in order to contact everyone on the planet? Approximately 6 people. Yes, that's a shocking answer, but we didn't come up with it on the spur of the moment. This is backed up by studies. It's possible you've heard of it. It's known as the 6 degrees of separation theory, which asserts that everyone is only 6 social ties apart. Consider it this way. You almost certainly know someone who knows someone, and so on and on until that open knows Obama. That's what I call networking. By the way, this is one of the reasons why pyramid schemes are a ripoff. You'll quickly run out of people on Earth if you recruit everyone you know and they hire everyone they know. This is how a high-quality network appears. It doesn't matter how many people you know, what matters is who you know. It's sometimes more crucial to be in the appropriate room than it is to be there in the room in the first place. Let's take a look at Carolyn Davidson's case. She was a freshman at Portland State University in 1971. She was grumbling to one of her instructors about not having enough money to buy painting supplies one day, and the professor assigned her a $35 side project to design a logo for his running shoes. She completed the task, created several variations, and the professor chose the one that sucked the least. And do you have any idea what she came up with? Yes, it's the Nike logo, which was created by a young student for $35 and received mixed reviews initially. Later, she went on to work at Nike for a few years, eventually receiving an undisclosed amount of stock. The logo, according to Carolyn Davidson, portrays the wing of the Greek goddess Nike, the victorious divinity. Nike was considered to provide warriors with strength on the battlefield. The nice thing about the Nike logo is that it has the correct impact even if you don't know anything about Greek mythology. Nike's swoosh is readily recognizable as a cheerful, upbeat, and contemporary image. When you understand the deeper meaning, it just strengthens an already strong design. Timing is an important key to your success. Now it's a problem of time. You can't foresee when it's the appropriate time to activate your network, just as you can't forecast when it's the right time to time the market. It's difficult to get the timing right. Sometimes it's just a matter of luck. It's sometimes a matter of forethought. However, there's one strategy to improve your chances of having excellent timing. Simply give yourself more. It may seem motivating to plan something to happen by the time you're 35, but it's frequently just a burden you place on your shoulders. Successful people aren't necessarily smarter than you. They're good at one thing, have a strong network, and have excellent timing. These are all achievable tasks that don't necessitate any special knowledge. It all comes down to action in the end. Many aspects of our daily lives that provide us with pleasure, such as music, can demonstrate the importance of timing. While each musical composition may contain a distinct set of notes, the piece's timing may well impact how much we enjoy the finished version. That is why, depending on the tempo at which it's delivered and the phrasing pauses, the same song might be agreeable to our ear or not. The difference between a culinary triumph and a disaster in the kitchen depends not only on the types and amounts of ingredients used in a recipe, but also on maintaining precise timing once it's in the oven. Being at the right position at the right time is everything. It all comes down to having a good sense of when the time is right to act. Since you're the one who's taking action, keeping track of time might help you do more with less effort. You can get a lot better at it with practice and awareness of the timing. So, did you think of any more reasons why you're as smart as a successful person? Start commenting on your answers in the section below. With that being said, do drop this video a like, subscribe to Luxury Society, and push the bell icon. See you soon!